Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi, and this is Friday Power Flow. It's a 35-minute practice, and I know some of you are hearing this and seeing this and thinking, I don't have the time for this. Well, make the time, or allow yourself the time, if not for this whole practice, then just for a few moments with me at the beginning. We're going to get started today in Child's Pose. So come on, join me, and let's breathe together. Let's move and practice together. Come on into your Child's Pose. And take a really big breath in and a long breath out. Big inhale, fill up. And a big exhale, empty out. In your Child's Pose, you can have your knees apart with your hands forward. You might work with your knees together and your arms and hands alongside. Whatever variation of Child's Pose you're in, letting your head land. And as you start to tune into your breath, you can allow yourself to land here. A big inhale and a big exhale. Deep breath in, fill up. And a big breath out, empty out. Feeling your hands on your mat. Space between your fingers. Tops of your feet. Winston is scratching. Once more, take a deep breath in. And a big breath out. And then take your hands a little more forward. Tuck your toes under and come on up into your downward facing dog. If you want to take more time in Child's Pose, absolutely. Add in some time in Child's Pose. Adding in this practice right here, right now to your day. Simply adding it in one breath at a time. So if you can stick around for the whole practice, But even if you only have the time or feel like you only have the time to add in a breath or two, do that and feel the shift that begins to happen. Here in your downward dog, you can set your gaze or close your eyes, letting your heels soften. If you want to add in some movement, you might walk out your dog, move your head or your hips around. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Okay, now Winston's trying to make his bed. There's a whole lot of noise over there. Take one more deep breath in here, and as you exhale, step or jump to the front of your mat. Set your feet. They can be together or apart. Soft knees, rise to stand. Come all the way up. Reach your hands and lift your heart. Take a big breath in. Hands to your heart as you exhale. Set your gaze here. You can lower your gaze or close your eyes. And you can set an intention for your practice if that's something that resonates with you. Take a long breath in. And a big breath out. As you inhale, sweep your arms up and reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. Bring your hands to your mat, step back to your high push-up. Coming into your high push-up, your high plank. You can have your knees lifted, or you can drop them down for a little more support. Take a big breath in, move forward, halfway down or all the way down, low push-up, chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog. You might add in a cobra or a low cobra. And as you exhale, back to your downward dog or your Child's Pose. Take a long breath in and a big breath out. Breathe in, fill up. And breathe out, empty out. Once more, a big inhale. And as you exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Fill up, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, low push-up. You can step or jump back. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling back to your downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. One breath at a time. Sometimes it gets overwhelming when you think about trying to add your practice into your day, when you already feel like you have so many other things to do. So if you have the time right now, one breath at a time, adding in as much as you can without feeling overwhelmed. And most of the time, when you feel like you're too busy for your practice, that's when you most need your practice. Take another big breath in here. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Rise up. Reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And a big breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more big inhale here. Exhale. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale all the way up to stand from the ground. Lift and reach, lengthen, fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Chaturanga, low push-up. You can step or jump back. Elbows squeeze in as you move forward and down. Upward dog. A big breath in. Downward dog. Breath out. Take a deep inhale. And empty out. Once more. A big breath in here. Exhale lightly. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana. Chair pose. Set your feet. Big bend to your knees. Weight of your body a little more in your heels. You can reach your hands higher, work with your hands at your heart. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out. Softening your shoulders, softening your toes, softening into where you are right here, right now. Take a really big breath in. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Spin your back foot flat, reach up. Set your front foot flat and straight. Bend into your front knee. Feel it out. Can you bend into your front knee? As you connect to your back foot, can you lift and lengthen through your back legs? You have some room to lift up out of your hips. Lengthen through the sides of your body. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And whatever your pose looks like, whatever you're doing, you do have the time, the space, the support to take a big inhale and a long exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Once more, a big inhale here. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one. Right foot flat, both feet on your mat. Reach up. We get so caught up in all the stuff that's going on. We think we don't have time to stop and pause and reconnect. Ground ourselves, allow ourselves to be supported, but you do have the time. Here, you have this time on your mat, but even if you can't or don't feel like you can fit in 30 minutes, don't feel like you have the time to get on your mat, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you can. Again, take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Bringing your attention back to just right here, right now. Bringing your attention to your breath, reconnecting. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Softening your shoulders. Maybe some room to even out your hips on this side. Left hip back, right hip forward. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Take a big inhale and a long exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Another full inhale. Exhale lightly. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana. Sit down. Sit back. Reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Right foot steps. Warrior one. Back foot flat. Set your feet. Rise up. Exhale. Hands come to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot steps. Warrior one. Root down. Reach up. Exhale. Hands to your mat. Chaturanga. Low push up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. A big breath in here. And a big breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more big inhale. Exhale lightly. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana. Chair pose. Sit down. Reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Right foot steps. Warrior one. Back foot flat. Rise up. Open out. Warrior two. Adjusting your feet. Big bend in your front knee. Front foot flat and straight. And then you can bend your front knee, track it over your ankle. If that doesn't work, ease off. Long through your spine. Lengthen out through your arms and your fingers, or bring your hands to your heart. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. A big inhale. And a big exhale. Dipping into your front knee, still grounded through your back foot, long and strong through your back leg. Spin your palms to the sky. Take your right hand high. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. Back hand to the back leg, your low back. Maybe it comes all the way around to the top of your right leg. Take a big inhale here. Exhale. Hands down to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Right foot steps again. Warrior one. Rise up. Open out. Warrior two. Take your right hand high. Reverse your warrior. Now side angle. Parsva Konasana. Right elbow on your right leg. Left arm extends up to the sky. Check in with your feet. Set your feet but soften your toes. Lighten up on your right elbow. And extend through your left arm. Extend your left arm forward so your arm tracks over your ear. Left shoulder gently rolls back. If you want to slide your right hand down inside or outside your front foot, you can. Maybe you have some room to lengthen your stance. Take your feet a little farther apart. Maybe you need a little more stability, so you bring your feet closer together. You can adjust in whatever way works for you. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Reach your top arm up. Let it bring you up to your warrior two. Take your right hand high, reverse your warrior. Now half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Come through warrior two, push off. Start to tip forward, adjust or notice if your right foot moves unintentionally, the toes start to spin to the left. If that's the case, adjust the foot, straighten it out. Press out through your lifted heel. You might have some room to take the flying foot a little higher. You can take your gaze up if you want to play around with this. Take a deep breath in, left foot down beside the right. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, come on up to stand, rise, and reach. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, low push-up. Step or jump back. Inhale. Upward dog, exhale. Downward dog. Right foot steps, crescent lunge now. Come up, rise up. Hands reach high. Take a big inhale, airplane dekasana. Lift off. Shifting into your right foot is flat and straight. Taking your hands back behind you, spin your palms down to the ground. Lift through your right leg. Feel that connection down through your right foot, and then you can lift up. Lift your left leg, lift your chest, your heart. Take a big inhale, lightly drop back to your crescent lunge. Open out, warrior two. Take your right hand high, reverse your warrior. Come on back to your side angle. This time adding in your half bind or your full bind. Left arm behind the back. Right hand can slide under your right leg. Your hands don't have to meet. Let this practice meet you where you are. However much time you have. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. And instead of worrying about how much time you have or don't have, because that's what we tend to do, focus on this breath. You have this breath right here, a big inhale and a big exhale. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Reach your top arm up. Let it bring you up to your warrior two. Straighten your right leg, drop your hands. Pivot your toes to face the side of the mat. Feet parallel or a little bit pigeon-toed. Interlace your fingers at your low back. You can add a towel or strap between your hands for some room. Lift up as you inhale. And as you exhale, fold forward. Hands come up and over for the shoulder rinse. Soften your toes. You can soften your knees. Deep breath in. And a long breath out. Another big inhale here. Exhale, release your hands. Hands under your shoulders, come halfway up. Pivot around towards the back edge of your mat. Coming into your runner's lunge. Plant your hands. Left foot steps back. High push up to low push up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Take a deep breath in. Empty out. Another full inhale here. Exhale. Walk or jump to your hands. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Set your feet, bring your hands to your heart. Take a big inhale and twist your right left elbow towards the outside of your right leg. Feet are even. They can be together or apart. Big toes a little bit closer together than your heels. You can feel your feet, but you can also take a peek at them, check in, reconnect. As your hands connect, feel your chest lift up. Roll your right shoulder back. Hands can stay together or they can open up. Left hand reaching down. Doesn't have to make contact. Right arm extends up. If you want to stick in your side crow here, you can stick in a side crow. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. Breathe in and breathe out. Let your breath lengthen and deepen. You might deepen the bend in your knees. Drop your hips. Take one more big inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Or your child's pose, take a deep breath in. And a big breath out. Another full inhale here. Exhale lightly, step or jump to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit down, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps. Warrior one, come up and open out to your warrior two. Set your gaze, whether it's out over your left middle finger or to the side, or close your eyes. You can lift your arms but soften your shoulders here. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. A big inhale and a big exhale. Checking in with your feet, checking in with your left knee, checking in with your right knee. Notice if it starts to collapse or buckle. Engage the right leg. Engage in this breath, this moment right here, right now. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Spin your palms to the sky. Take your left hand high. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. Lifting from your left hip, lengthening through your left side body. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Hands down to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward again. Warrior one, rise up. Open out to your warrior two. Left hand high. Reverse your warrior. Side angle, Parsva Konasana, left elbow lightly on your left leg. Right arm extends up. Front foot, left foot is flat and straight. Back toes towards the side edge of your mat, maybe a little bit forward. Connect through your whole back foot. Lengthen through your back leg and lengthen your top arm forward. Right shoulder gently rolls back. You can slide your bottom hand down inside or outside your front foot. You can keep your elbow on your leg. Take a long breath in. Then a long breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. A big inhale. And a full exhale. Top arm reaches up. Let it bring you up to your warrior two. Keep the bend in your front knee. Left hand high reverse. Now half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Coming through your warrior two. Taking your time as you tip forward. You don't have to land right in your half moon. You can take your time coming into it, setting your foundation. Noticing here, if your standing foot has turned to the right, straighten it out. Left hand in front, a little to the left of your baby toe. Press out through your right heel. Your right arm reaches up to the sky if you want to play around with it. You can take your gaze up. You can lighten up on your bottom hand. Take a big breath in. Now, right foot down beside the left. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale all the way up to stand. Reach and lift. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Crescent lunge. Come up, rise up. Ground through your left foot. Airplane Dekasana. Lift off. And going from that big bend in your left knee to a pretty straight left leg, really long and strong. But take it one breath at a time. Even out your hips, even out your shoulders. You can squeeze your shoulder blades and move them towards your hips. That might bring your chest a little higher. As you breathe in and fill up and lift up and lighten up, that might help you to lift your heart a little higher. Take a big breath in, lightly drop back to your crescent lunge, open out, warrior two. Left hand high reverse, back to your side angle. This time, top arm wraps around behind your back, your half bind, or your full bind. This time, this breath, right here, right now. Take a big inhale, then a big exhale. Right shoulder gently rolls back. Chest is open towards the side, maybe even spinning up towards the sky. But even as you focus on lifting your chest, letting your heart lift, stay grounded. Feel your feet, feel this breath, a big inhale, and a big exhale. Left knee tracks over left ankle, grounded through your back foot, long and strong through your back leg. Reach your top arm up. Let it bring you up to your warrior two. Straighten your left leg. Pivot your toes towards the side of your mat. Again, feet parallel or pigeon-toed. Interlace your fingers at your low back. Lift your chest as you inhale. Fold forward as you exhale. If you like a different hand variation here, you can absolutely add that in. Breathe in. And breathe out. A big inhale. And a big exhale. One more deep breath in here. Exhale, release your hands. Hands under your shoulders, come halfway up. Pivot back around towards the front edge of your mat. Runner's lunge, plant your hands. Right foot steps back. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog or child's pose. A big breath in. Empty out. Another deep breath in here. Exhale. Walk or jump to your hands. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana. Chair pose. Sit down. Sit back. Reach up. Lift up. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a big inhale and twist to your left. Right elbow now towards the outside of your left leg. Crown of the head. Forward. Tailbone back. Lengthening through your whole spine. Hands can stay together or you can open up. You might work with your right arm on the outside of the left leg, maybe your right arm between your legs. You can always put a block under the bottom hand. And if you want to stick in a side crow here, you can stick in your side crow. Stick in just one more breath. Instead of wondering how long you're going to be here, Or if you have enough time for this, simply take a big breath in and a long breath out. Hips sit low, heart lifts high. Breathe in and breathe out. A big inhale and a big exhale. Another deep breath in here. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, lift and reach. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Here, bring your feet together a little bit forward. Right leg lifts to the sky. With your right leg lifted, bend your right knee for your down dog hip opener. You might flip your dog. You might drop your left knee so you find this more of a tabletop. And when you're ready, come on into your half pigeon, rolling the hip down, bringing your right knee forward towards your right thumb. Checking in with your back leg. So you might have some room to lengthen it back behind you, walk it back. Maybe some room to bring the right foot to the left and forward. Take a big inhale. And a long exhale. Lengthening as you come forward. And you can set up this variation or the variation on your back. You can add in a block or a couple of blocks here. You can add in a big inhale and a full exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Fill up. Empty out. You do have enough time right here, right now. Simply taking one breath at a time. Big breath in. And a long breath out. Setting your hands under your shoulders and making your way back to your downward facing dog. You can stick in a three-legged dog or even add in a flow here. And bring your feet together and forward. Left leg lifts for the sky. With your left leg lifted, lift out your wrists and shoulders. Bend your left knee now for your down dog hip opener. And again, option to flip, maybe drop the right knee. And make your way into your half pigeon. Long through your right leg, long through your spine. Setting up this variation or the variation on your back. Letting your head land. Take a full inhale. And a full exhale. And you can notice if you're putting a lot of effort into holding yourself up. Take a big breath in. Empty out. Just a few breaths here. One breath at a time. Take a long inhale. And a big exhale. Hands under your shoulders. Come on up. Sweep your back leg forward. Come to seated. Reach your feet forward. Reach your hands forward. Strong core. Lower back slowly for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hover your shoulders. Bring your feet to a hover. Hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then lower all the way down. Set your feet flat on your mat and come on up for your bridge or your wheel. You have time. We have time for bridge or wheel, and we have time for Shavasana. Setting up your bridge or your wheel, any variation. Grounding down to lift up. Strong foundation, and then feel where you can soften, maybe how you can soften, right? By taking just a deep breath in and a long breath out. A big inhale and a big exhale. Take one more deep breath in here, and as you exhale, lower all the way down. Come onto your back, soles of your feet together, knees drop to the sides for Supta Baddha Konasana. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth, empty out. Draw your knees to your chest and come on into your happy baby. Grabbing your legs or your feet, maybe a little bit of movement here. I tend to get up pretty early and do a lot before this class. Draw your knees back to your chest, give them a squeeze. Any last poses or adjustments that you like, and set up for Shavasana. You can take your legs out, you can take them up, or come back to Supta Baddha Konasana. And I tend to get a little carried away, overwhelmed. So to slow down, get on my mat for this practice. It's a huge, I guess just a big reset for me. So I'm not right in perpetual motion as I move forward in my day. Here, just these last few moments of your practice, feel where you are. Still feel your breath. Feel it just for another breath or two. Just for this breath. You can slow down. Allow yourself to be here. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. Here you can wiggle your fingers and toes. Just bring a little bit of movement back to your body. Draw your knees to your chest. Take a big breath in. Then a long breath out. When you're ready, you can roll to one side and make your way to seated. Bring your hands to your heart. Set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes. Together, let's take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you did allow yourself the time for this whole practice. And if you did, let me know how you feel. I'd love to hear from you. I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi. You can practice with me here on my YouTube channel. You can practice with me in my studio, live and via Zoom. That's Sanctuary Power Yoga. And check out my Patreon if you haven't yet. For as little as $5 a month, if you have some more time, right? Longer practices there and a free trial right now if you want to check that out. I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi. Thank you for joining me today. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you soon.